Welcome to the High Value Sales Show of Eversprint.com. I'm Malcolm Louie, the managing member of Eversprint, and today we're speaking with Santosh Salvi, the CEO and founder of Unique System Skills, a global IT service provider. Welcome to the call, Santosh.
Hi, good morning, Malcolm. How are you?
I'm doing awesome.
Great.
Santosh, you grew your company's revenue from $1.5 million in 2014 to $2.7 million in 2017, an 81% increase. And in 2018, you're on track to hit around 2.9 million.
Absolutely right.
Before we talk about how you grew your company so fast, can you briefly share what your company does beyond my quick intro and how your company differs from the competition?
Okay, let me start. The company started in July 2008. When I got laid off from Fidelity. During that time, the market was really bad. There was a lot of companies are basically laying off people. So I came out from one of the big financial company, and at least I got a severance for 6 months, and I have like two kids, one in the high school, other is in the 8th grade in the middle school. Fortunately, my wife was working, but during that time, basically, in order to grow the family, I told my wife, if I need to be valuable in the contributor into the family, I need to do something different. I need to basically figure it out because I was early 40s when I got laid off. And it's very difficult to get a new job when you basically at a middle management level and you are not close to the technology. So I started finding whether I can get trained in United States, because I came to United States in 1994 and I was pretty much busy working on the IT field at various positions. But over a period of time, I lost the technical abilities, and that was one of the things which I learned after getting laid off. So first thing I did is I couldn't find any kind of a IT training institute which will give me a new skills at a reasonable cost. So I really had to travel back to India away from my family for 4 months. And I went over there. I studied new IT skills in my area, which was HR payroll, with 22, 23 years old students with me. So that gave me a lot of energy and a lot of learning. I came back after 4 months with energized, lots of knowledge, retooled myself, and I started my company and I started consulting all over US. From 2008 to 2011, I did that. I developed lots of clients over a period of time by doing a lot of hard work, providing them the good solutions, and slowly start building my solution provider company by giving them the right resources for any kind of challenging projects they are working on. And in 2012 onwards, I had enough work for me, so I do not have to go on the projects. And I started basically working full-time for my company. So first thing I did when I started full-time for my company is, in addition to the staffing, I start building my training services. And from 2012 to 2014, I built the training services with 36 IT courses, which is like big high-ended courses like Python with data science, R, Selenium APM, whatever the skills which a lot of corporation needs. And started basically delivering these courses over the web with the instructor. Slowly, I got recognized for that valuable training services. Then after a lot of efforts, we got license from Department of Education in state of New Hampshire for providing the IT training services. First thing which I did once I got basically license, I started reaching out all the career centers where the people who are losing their jobs are coming, and start having seminars with them, starts having basically try to help them out, try to boost their confidence that losing a job is a reality, but try to rebuild from that stage is necessary for you to be in the job market for next 20 plus years. So in last 1 year, we train 65 unemployed workforce within the New England area, which is Massachusetts and New Hampshire. Out of 65 resources, 75% of them got a really good, well-paying IT job. So my training services start booming, and now I'm basically I'm working in 3 states: state of Pennsylvania, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and planning to go another 2 or 3 states in 2019 to provide the IT training services. We also, because I am a big fan of giving back to the community, and I always think about veterans because they are the one who basically trying to keep us safe over here. So we basically got approved for veterans training services during last Christmas, like around third week of December 2018. And now our staff is working on how to provide training to the veterans, trying to figure it out, what kind of training skills they need, and how we can basically try to map their skills to the current corporation skills within the New England area. So I'm trying to basically reach many corporations who can work with me, to basically give a chance to our train local IT resources for their IT resource needs. So that is what the challenge which I'm trying to work on, and I really need help from various levels, and I'm trying to solve the puzzle day by day, and I'm enjoying it. So far right now, if you see the company, we are basically working in 4 countries. We have consultants working in 13 states. We are giving training to 4 states right now in the United States. We have a plan of growing that to multiple more states and trying to figure it out how we can do it, or whether we can start the franchise or not. So we don't know that yet, but I wanted to make sure that I do not lose the identity and I do not lose the personal touch which we try to have with our local workforce.
Okay, so right now you do IT training services.
Yeah.
And can you share a little bit about what your consultants do in the 13 states?
The consultant basically are working with the big Fortune 500 companies, and they work on basically on their critical projects. For example, if any kind of Oracle implementation is going on, any kind of a SAP implementation is going on, or they are looking for to develop some kind of a big backend Java process. If they are trying to develop a good MVC .NET architecture, if they are trying to basically test out their system end to end with automation tool like Selenium and APM. So we provide those kind of very highly niche skills resources for a 6-month, 1-year duration. It goes longer than that sometime. We also provide them basically. So these are the consultants which are working into my clients in 13 states right now.
Right. Okay. So you have one side of your business does training people on IT skills. Another one does the consultant work for the critical projects that you described. Is there another business line in your business?
Another business line which we basically are developing it, which is in 2019, is basically working with the small businesses to help them building their websites, because small businesses are always have a lot of budget issues because they are trying to basically do a lot of things with a minimal resources. So the website is one of them. Basically, they need to be up to date on. So we are trying to package a reasonable service to build and maintain their website for the small businesses. In fact, I have joined a local BNI network recently to get more and more small businesses where we can provide them the web development service.
Right. Okay. Got it. Now, you grew your business rapidly over the past few years, 1.1 million in 2014 to around 2.9 million by the end of 2018. What would you say were the three biggest drivers of that success?
First is the need, because I wanted to work for next 20-25 years. When I got laid off from my a good well-paying job, I wanted to do something which basically I'll be the boss. I can basically, I have a vision and I should have all the flexibility to execute that by hiring the right smart people. So my driver is my passion, and on top of that, my employees who really believes in the vision of the company, believes in giving back to the community and trying to work hard and trying to basically be with me to achieve the company's goals down the line. And we are making that progress and we are working together as a team. That is one of the driver. The second thing is, even though I'm basically technical person, I'm a people person also. So I'm really going into the social groups very effectively. I do a lot of volunteer work, and so I build my connections without any kind of business aim to it. So sometime what happens if you do that in over a period of time, if people like you and people like what you are giving to the community, they come up front and they try to help you out in whatever way whatever way they can. And that is how I get some of my connections sometime. Third thing is our quality of the service is very good. We basically, if there is any kind of a issue in the deliverables, our senior management team are always on top of it, trying to take the blame also if it is our fault and find a solution for it, and trying to make sure that client has a minimal impact. We are a technology company, so we are well ahead of what's going on in the market, what kind of new technologies are coming. So we are basically adjusting our services according to that change. We also are basically growing, but we are growing a little bit more systematically. We believe in organic growth. So I'm not putting all kind of like what you call inorganic variables into it and try to grow the company simply like any unfictitious number. I'm not that kind of a person. I'm a mathematician, so, and I'm a logical person, so that really helps me out staying focused.
Okay. So to recap, the three biggest drivers, the number one was having a vision and having people that are supportive of your vision, which also is tied in your passion, and having everyone work as a team to achieve it. Number two, building connections without any sort of business goals, because you found that people appreciate how you help them and they come back and try to help you as well. And the third one is just ensuring that you have a very good quality of service that has, and if any problems do arise, you ensure that there's a minimal impact to the client.
Yep.
Does that about cover it?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. And you also shared, perhaps number four, growing systematically and organically, not introducing any sort of variables that you can't really control all that well. Would that be driver number 4?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
Being practical. That's it.
Practical. Okay, got it. Now, can you share a little bit about what your plans are for 2019? I know you talked about developing a new service to help small businesses with their website, and you also talked about expanding your training across beyond more than just four states, and you also talked about how you have just this past December, you were approved for doing work with veterans, so you're keen to grow that business as well. What are your plans to grow them? What can you share about how you will build those businesses out?
Okay, we basically every year in December, basically I share a presentation to my key team member about the plan for 2019. So in each and every type of services, we have goals, we have the targets, and we basically have added 3 new parameters this in 2019. One is basically, as you said, that providing the training services to veterans, adding more states, training services to more states, and giving the website development service to small business owners. In addition to that, some of our clients are global, so they are growing in Europe, Australia. So in order to provide them the service, we need to basically put some kind of infrastructure and the processes in place to be the true global service provider by giving them the services they need in the staffing and training area to those countries. So we are working on that. So mostly, maybe we might have a physical office in Australia or maybe in Europe based on how things are going. So I'm trying to figure that out, and we are basically looking towards that.
Right. Okay. Now, of the 3 projects you talked about, and maybe the 4th project with the clients becoming more global, which one is the highest priority for you?
The highest priority for us is veterans. Okay. Veterans is something we need to make sure that we build the infrastructure, we build the necessary, customize our training services so that they can be trained within 3 to 4 months max, or maybe 2 months also, and try to basically map the right job for them so that they can go on with their regular life, being a citizen of the country and being a normal non-army life. If they can do that, that is what the objective is.
Now, when you say it's highest priority, is it highest priority because you want to help the veterans more than anything else, or is it highest priority because it's also very attractive from a revenue and profitability perspective?
The first one, I wanted to give some services to the veterans because the thing is that they have already contributed a lot to the country, and if I can help them out getting back to their normal life with a decent paying job, I would rather do that, because I know that money is one of the important factor to be successful, but that is not the only thing.
Sure.
And I'm basically, right now I'm $3 million company. Tomorrow, if I go 5 millions, 10 millions, that's fine. But if I basically provide the services to the people who deserve the most, and that is how the company is going to get recognized. And now, that is what I believe in.
Sure. And now, how far will you take this, though? And will you provide the service and at the end of the day make no money on this, right? Because there are costs, right, of delivering the training.
No, we always basically, there are lots of government sponsored trainings available. Okay, so so the government will pay for that training, and we basically provide the training. So it's not like we are running into the losses with that. Okay. We will make some profit, but we will not be making a good profit which we are getting from other sides of the business.
Right. Okay. Now, you said you had a license to provide the training to veterans, but you don't necessarily have the contracts or the deals to do it yet, or you already have that already as well?
We got a license to work with veterans. So now we need to basically do more marketing, try to reach them, and try to basically help them understanding our services, and try to basically get more and more inquiries for the training services for the veterans, and then try to deliver that.
But you said before the government has grants and programs to pay
Yeah.
for it. So have you already won those contracts, or you still need
Yeah,
to win those?
we are basically, that is what the license is about.
Okay.
We can basically, we can give the services to use those grants, but we need to market our services to that domain.
Okay. What are your plans to reach out to the veterans? Your marketing plans?
The marketing plan is basically, as I said, that I go personally to those places. I give the presentation and then I train my staff. So initially I will go, I will try to present, and then over a period of time my staff will do that and understand, because it's not just giving the training, it's understanding where they stand, what is their resume look like, what they need to get a new job. So there has to be a work which needs to be done, and that is what we are trying to do with unemployed workforce, and we like to continue the same with veterans.
Okay. And what countries, what states are you able to provide the service with this license?
Right now, basically, we can provide the service at this point in New Hampshire. We can also provide the service in Massachusetts. So we can, because there is no limit as such. If basically, if we have a physical location in that particular states, we can provide the services.
Okay. That's a requirement, needing physical location.
Yeah, because you need to be there, and because we need to be basically having some kind of a office over there, so the veterans can come and meet and all that kind of thing.
It's not something you can do virtually?
We have a way to do it virtually, but right now government is not ready. The veterans sections of it is not 100% sure about it, so we have to work as per their rules.
Right. Okay. Now, I know you said that you're going to do the bit of marketing in person one-on-one, but how are you going to get them to meet with you to begin with? What's the plan there?
We basically, there are some kind of a groups in New Hampshire and Massachusetts where I can go, I can request a 20-minute presentation during their staff meeting or something.
Okay.
Go from there. It's a lot of hard work, but again, we have to do it because I see that we are providing a value and that will impact their day-to-day life.
Yeah. Now, what about doing some online advertising to market directly to the veterans, I imagine?
Yeah, we are doing a lot of SEO. We are basically, our website is completely SEO compliant. We use Facebook campaigns. We also sometime put some kind of a blogs and all. So we are planning on doing that. We are also redoing our website in Q1 of 2019 to reflect our veteran services also, so that at least when the people will come on our website, they know what kind of things we do in training.
Right. Yeah, definitely. It's one of the biggest challenges, right? Sometimes businesses, existing customers, they don't know what else the business does, right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
They end up buying it from some other vendor when they could easily have bought it from the same vendor if they knew. So
absolutely, that is correct. And that really, sometimes we really work hard for a new vendor, but if you build a little bit of awareness program with the existing vendors, we might do much better with less efforts.
Yeah, exactly. Now, another project that you talked about, so top on your list is the veteran training service. How big a potential is the website development for small businesses?
Website development for the small businesses is, when it comes to the numbers, initially it may or may not be a big potential, but within 3 years or something, that will basically help me out taking a medium size or a bigger size project, because I need to start providing the solutions to the small business, build my base, because I'm a IT professional. I have worked on many big projects. My consultants are working on many big projects. But under company banners, I have to start at some level where I can start delivering it consistently and then basically go for a bigger project. So this is strategically, this is very important step for us to be a true solution provider end to end. And we can start that with web development, and over a web development, we can easily convert that into our enterprise services.
Right. With the same companies, or you mean providing?
No, we will try to basically, once we build it for the small businesses, we can show the use cases, we can show the testimonial and go and market it with the mid-sized companies and then to the big companies.
Right. Okay. And then why not just start with the mid-size or the big companies to start? Sounds like you have great relationships with them already.
Yeah, but basically mid-size and the big companies, if I get any kind of a project with the existing clients, I can go for that, but that's really a time consuming thing. The more and more time you do it parallelly, you might hit the contract within 6 months, 9 months, whereas this thing can continuously keep going. I can hire more developers. So I'm unknowingly, I'm building the team to provide the services for the mid-size and the big companies.
Right.
Okay.
And being funded.
Because I cannot just go and tell them that, oh, I'm doing this thing. Can you please give me this? I have to prove myself. I have to show everything in place, and then they will be comfortable, because all the big corporations does have the budgets and they want to be very sure that they are using their money wisely.
Oh yeah. I mean, these guys are spending, the Fortune 500 are spending, easily are spending tens of millions of dollars on their websites and their back end and everything together with it. So what's your marketing plan on finding the small businesses for your website development?
First is basically my inside sales people and all, they keep calling, and they have the some kind of a marketing data with them. So they basically keep on calling, and they are trying to get some more and more basically right companies, right segments, and then try to sell our services to them. Go and join the local BNI networks or any other networks available, and trying to spread the word. And basically, again, on top of that, try to work with your existing clients, because I have 14 direct clients with the big companies, and trying to slowly show them that this is also we do, these are the projects we take, and try to basically get them educated also.
Yep. Now, you said right companies in the right segments. What segments are you looking at?
We are basically looking for mainly in the healthcare, because lots of doctors' offices, dentals, they need their website to be up to date. They need a lot of things needs to be done, because they are they are basically the high value services. But if they they reach more customers, so their revenue will go up because they are high value.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah. So those are the things we are looking. We're looking for mainly the law offices, big insurance providers like any kind of all states or whatever they have the local offices. So we are looking into those kind of businesses where they have a potential to grow by putting their website more user friendly and trying to generate something out of it.
Yep. Plus, all those businesses you mentioned have a recurring element to them, right?
Yes. When we package the services, we talk about providing the solution, and then there will be a maintenance agreement.
Right, but even the nature of their own business, right?
Yeah,
doctors,
absolutely.
dentists, insurance, law offices.
Exactly.
It's not a one-off service they provide their clients. It's also recurring, so it makes it easier for them to say, "Yeah, it makes sense. These guys help me get new business. This business, they stick with me for, depending on the business, it'll give you 20 years, right? So the lifetime value can be quite high."
Yeah, but right now, basically, the company, the way in which it is, we are getting 75% of the revenue from mainly the project staffing. That is where we are growing more and more. But we are doing that for a while. So we are well seasoned to do that, and we can easily grow very well in that domain also.
Yeah, and working with the small businesses, and it sounds like that's a service you can easily mention to
Yeah,
anyone you work
exactly.
with, right?
Yeah,
Because who
yeah,
doesn't need to hire more people as they grow?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Rare to not to be able to grow without hiring new people.
yeah, absolutely. So it's definitely our staffing business will definitely grow very well because we know what we are doing. We are very good pool of the talent. We have a good validation process in place. We have a good network of good technical people with us. So we definitely can outperform our competition when it comes to IT staffing and training.
Right. So then just to kind of refine what you do from our earlier conversation, your company provides training in 4 states for IT training. You have consultants working in 13 states as well as working in 4 countries, and you also have a project staffing capability as well.
Yeah, with the project staffing, the consultants working in 13 states and 4 countries comes under project staffing.
Okay. Got it. In addition to working on all the enterprise-related projects, the
Yeah,
critical
exactly.
projects
Yeah.
as well. Okay, got it. 3 last questions for you. First one, imagine someone's driving down the freeway and they're driving by a billboard and they're only going to see this billboard for 6 seconds. I think that's the magic number. What is that message you're going to have on that billboard that they can read and consume and think about in 6 seconds?
I can say IT staffing and training provider.
Got it. IT staffing and training provider. Yeah, 6 seconds isn't much time to have someone read it. It's very short. So unless you buy multiple billboards,
Yeah, that
then
is
you can
correct.
have a longer message.
Yeah.
So 2 last questions for you. Who are your ideal clients, and what's the best way for them to reach you and your team?
The ideal clients, definitely Fortune 500 companies. That is how we are surviving right now. Those are the companies who give us a recurring requirements all the time. Okay. So the big companies who are always struggling to get the right resources, they can reach me at santosh@systemskills.net, SANTOSH, T as in Tom, at systemskills.net. I can understand their pain. I can understand the quality of the resources they are getting for their project staffing, and I can provide them the right solution because I know that I was the part of those kind of projects which I have executed in my prior career. I understand the challenges very well, and I can definitely get them the right resources at a reasonable cost. I won't say cheap, but at a okay cost, and they can help getting their projects done within time, and they can move on with many other complex projects. So that is what one of the things which I would like to do. I want your clientele to know that any Fortune 500 or the mid-sized companies looking for the IT staffing resources, they can reach me. In addition to that, if any of those clients are looking for training their employees without coming in person to any physical location, we can provide that technology training through online with the instructor, because many of the companies are taking a big projects in new technology because of the change in the technology, and somehow their staff needs to be trained. So we have a training courses which can go like every day 2 hours, which will fits into their working schedule. They can take it from their office on their computer, so they can learn in some small increments, and they can be more productive to their projects. So any corporations looking for the IT training, they can reach me again at santosh@systemskills.net. So those are the main things which I would like to focus on. And the third part I always said is any kind of a website development projects, if they are interested, or any kind of a QA project they're interested, we can execute that also very well. Again, the email is santosh@systemskills.net. They can also reach through our website. They can also connect through the LinkedIn or any other social media like Facebook or what. So they can always reach it to us. They can call our office. We are basically based in Nashua, New Hampshire. So they can reach us over here. And that's the way they can approach me.
And the veterans can reach out to you through those same channels as well.
Yeah, absolutely. That is correct for the training services.
All right, fantastic. Thanks for joining us today, Santosh, and sharing how you accelerate your company's high-value sales.
Thank you very much for putting me into this phase.
No, I appreciate you sharing your plans. I always find it really fascinating seeing how businesses got to where they are today and hearing how they're going to get to where they're going. So.
Yeah.
We've been speaking with Santosh Salvi, the CEO and founder of Unique System Skills, about his company's rapid growth. For interviews with other fast-growing, high-value sales companies, or to learn how we can accelerate your firm's high-value sales through automation, visit Eversprint.com.